Apecoin is the worst performing crypto in the top 100 in the last 7 days. And that's not random. That poor performance has a reason, and we're going to discuss this reason in this video. That underperformance didn't just start in the last 7 days. This is the Apecoin price. And this chart starts in March of 2022. This is the US dollar price. This is the Ethereum denominated price. So this is Apecoin relative to Ethereum. Now what's interesting around those two charts is that the volatility of the Apecoin price in Ethereum is even lower, right? Sometimes we've got a few rallies in the US dollar price. The rallies are way more muted when we look at this relative to Ethereum. So whenever Apecoin goes up, it tends to be just because the general market is going up, because Ethereum is going up. It's not necessarily intrinsic to Apecoin. Apecoin relative to Ethereum or relative to Bitcoin is pretty constantly underperforming. And the reason for that underperformance are token unlocks. It's the increase of the circulating supply. So whenever demand is stable but supply is growing, then the price is going down. And the issue is that the team and that early backers get their tokens unlocked over time. They can't sell it directly, they can't throw it at the market during launch, they have to wait a while. And that delay causes the price over time to perform worse than Bitcoin or Ethereum if the growth doesn't catch up with that additional supply growth. So the project needs to grow quickly enough, the demand needs to grow quickly enough, and that rarely happens. And so with Apecoin, we've got a supply increase, a circulating supply increase in the next year of 57.6%. And in a chart that looks like this. Every month there is a small cliff unlock. And that goes to Yuga Labs and to early backers. And this is by no means something specific to Apecoin. This is something what we can see in the altcoin market in general. Altcoins in general tend to underperform. This chart here shows the performance of altcoins relative to the entire crypto market. So the volatile altcoins, so all cryptocurrencies except stablecoins, except Bitcoin and except Ethereum. Everything else, how well is this performing? So when Bitcoin goes up 10%, do those volatile altcoins also go up 10%, or do they maybe only go up 8% or 7%? If that's the case, then this chart is going down. And this is a long-term chart starting in 2020. And we only see one massive rally here, right, at the beginning of 2021. At that time, when this rally happened, Bitcoin was already at 50K. So Bitcoin moved from 3.5K to 50K. A lot of profit had been made and people looked for the next Bitcoin. There was a lot of risk appetite in the market. But without that risk appetite, we see a very constant underperformance. Since May of 2021 to today, the volatile altcoins underperformed the rest of crypto by 44%. And only in this very brief moment in time, from January 2021 to May of 2021, did we see the altcoins outperform by 180% roughly. So when there's no hype, you want to stay away from the altcoins, especially the ones that inflate so much, where the circulating supply is growing that much. So you could stay away, but you could also bet on falling prices. You can bet on the relative valuation of Apecoin to go down versus Bitcoin. So there are platforms such as Paraspace, where you can deposit Bitcoin and you can borrow Apecoin against it. Then you sell the Apecoin. You sell it maybe versus Bitcoin, you wait for Apecoin to decline versus Bitcoin, and once you're happy with the profit, then you swap back the Bitcoin to the Apecoin tokens. And you don't have to swap all of the Bitcoin, right, because Apecoin went down relative to Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that you've left, that's then your profit. So you have a loan denominated in Apecoin, and you want that loan to depreciate in value. Now here's the potential problem. When too many people know about a certain trade, and that's the case unfortunately for Apecoin, then the borrowing costs are very high. So here for Ape, it's currently at 70% per annum on Paraspace. So what's the trick here? The trick in order to find alpha on top of just buying and holding Bitcoin is to find very weak altcoins that not so many people know about. So you want to bet on falling prices where the borrowing costs do not eat up all the token inflation. And that is possible. I try to make 30 to 40% per annum on top of just buying and holding Bitcoin by shorting altcoins. And I share the specific trades that I do in the premium membership, so that's down below. But we also discuss potential opportunities in the open public Telegram group. So if you're interested in that, feel free to join us. Simply search for Bitcoin Strategy channel within the Telegram app. Looking forward to chatting with you. Bye bye.